Wasn't too bad last night. It is now time to get back on the road and make it do what it do. And gotta get out here and break down the campsite, if you will. True story, when I was a kid, my dad used to always say, wash your face and wash behind your ears. Oh boy. So, shout out to my pops, rest in peace, Dad. He is definitely missed. So, external charging port or charging box or whatever, that's a must. I actually have two. The glasses. I gotta fill this puppy up with some snacks today. So I want to say thanks to everybody for pressing play. Those that have been following along on this journey. Those that have been blessing the Cash App, thank you very much. That's definitely been a blessing and a great help. Indeed. Yesterday, I think I got the cheapest gas I've ever seen in a long time. And that was when we was in Tennessee. It was like $2 and some change. I haven't seen gas that cheap in a long time. All right, enough of that. Let me see here. So I'm having some issues with my GoPro. I've actually maxed it out, and I thought I had uploaded all my footage on yesterday, but apparently I didn't. So now I have to wait till I can get to a spot with proper Wi-Fi, and make it do what it do then. But until then, we're just gonna make it do what it do. So I'm gonna go out here, get this little campsite broken down, and then once I get back on the bike, we'll have a proper conversation. Yeah, what's up, folks? Looking fly, OG. I appreciate it. Bo, how you doing? Thanks for pressing play. Soft con dog? Nah, I don't know what that is. Meth drinker. Hussein D, what's up, man? Why do I look like that? I got hit with an ugly stick. And then I fell down 3 flights of steps, and I came out looking like this. So anyway, man, we are here in some part of Kentucky. The plan was to ride until we made it to Kansas City. So we're on our way to Kansas City now for which was what was going to be our first stop, but now has become our second stop because I felt myself drifting last night on the dark highway, and I'm constantly looking out for deer and other livestock coming out of the woods because that stuff happens. And so since I promised my family and my loved ones who are concerned that safety would be first, and the first safety and safety first, I said, you know what, Retro, pull over, pop up camp, and get a little shut eye. and we can finish the rest of the morning. So that's what we're doing now. It's 5 o'clock here, my time, and as they would say, it is high time for me to kick rocks, make it do what it do, whatever you want to call it. But you look like a biker. Well, I ride a bike, and I ride it quite a bit. So to some, yeah, I guess that would be correct. To some, I'm just a poser. To some, I'm just a wannabe. So it all depends on one's perspective. But other than that, man, we just here making it do what it do. Thank you so much, Linda Crawford. Prayers are definitely uh, needed. And so I'm at a random truck stop. And they said, thank you, please come again. You can't see that sign, but that's what it says. Thank you, please come again. And this is my rig, guys.
In 600 feet, turn right onto US 68 West.
If you're on the interstate and you see this bike going by, or you going by it, make sure you throw me up the peace sign. And bada boom, bada bang. And show your boy some love. So this is the Taj Mahal, the Marriott. Speaking of Marriott, I do have a camper that pulls behind a motorcycle. That's why I have the hitch. But this is a pretty long trip that I'm on. I'll be clocking somewhere around 10,000 miles by the time I get back home. And so with that said and done, I didn't want, and I'm riding solo, so I didn't want to bring any additional weight if I didn't have to. I kind of wish I'd have rethought that and brung the camper, because it opens up to a queen size bed versus this right here, but it made it do what it do. I'm doing what you call biking on a budget, and so it wasn't too bad last night in a grassy area, so it was nice and soft. I do have a blow up mattress that goes in here. It's more like a cot or whatever. But I didn't bother blowing it up last night because the grass was really soft that I was, where I was laying at. I did lay out a, whatever you want to call it, so the moisture didn't come up and mess with me. So can't really see because it's dark. But that's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing torn down. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Find a little camp area, make a fire, eat some good food. Yeah, that's really good advice. Smiley 1EX. Yeah, it's better than nothing, man. That's what I said too. And all I needed was a little shut eye. And like I said, it's 5 o'clock now. The sun will be up shortly, and so it'll be like a second wind once I see that sun come up. I actually feel rested right now, and yeah, I didn't want a big, huge tent. I do have a bigger tent that I could have brung, but this is a one-person tent, and it works great. It pops up really easy. Random Kid, thank you so much. Prayers all on you. Drive safe. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate that. All the nice things that you guys are saying, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Random Kids. It's a nice bike. Michael, I am headed ultimately Canada and then down to New Mexico. Down to Tijuana, Mexico. So from here, I'm in Kentucky somewhere. I don't even know where at in Kentucky. You there? All right, I had a phone call coming in, and it caused me to lose you guys. Okay, we're back. Had a phone call coming through. I'm gonna call her right back. Yeah, long trip, Michael. So I'm in Kentucky. I'll be headed to Kansas City next. From Kansas City on to South Dakota. Go through Sturgis and Mount Rushmore and all that stuff. Needles Highway, and then I'll skedaddle and get on out to Harrelson Springs Resort in Canada. After that, we'll be headed down to Oregon. We'll head down to California, 2 stops in California, before making our way to Tijuana. Then on to Mexico. I'll leave Mexico, heading to Florida, and from Florida to Massachusetts, Massachusetts to Maine, and Maine back home to the Carolinas. So yes, it's going to be a pretty long trip, but California, nice, 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 nice. I'll definitely be stopping in California. We got some people we're going to see. The ride that I'm going to Canada for is called the Three Flag Classic, 47th annual ride, and so we'll be doing that. And in conjunction with the Three Flag Classic, I will be doing the what we call the Miracle Tour. Miracle was a rider. She was a part of our ministry, Kingdom Alignment, and we lost her earlier this year. And so we're doing this trip in her honor, collecting the four corners of the United States. She loved the beach, so we'll be stopping at a beach at each of the four corners of the United States. One in Washington State, one in California, one in Florida, and then one in Maine. We will be releasing some balloons. Well, it's not really balloon, it's more like a visual lantern or whatever they call it. Tour package like I was going to show you. So I've got 4 of those in my bike. Her husband, Rodney Change, gave those to me to release in her honor when we get to each corner. So that is a big reason for us doing this trip. The Three Flag Classic is great. We're looking forward to doing that. But the main part for me is doing this in honor of our dearly beloved Tiffany Livingston, aka Miracle. Yes, sir. Thank you, Michael. Rest in peace. And so she's missed, man. I miss her. It was a very difficult ordeal. But the old folk used to say, earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. And so by God's grace, we continue. So keep her family in prayer, her sons, her husband, and all the others that loved her dearly. So speaking of that, if you guys wanted to assist us in doing this, you're welcome to hit our Cash App, $Retro Philosophy, as we continue this tour, aka the Miracle Tour. So hit the notification bell, because once we get to Washington State, we'll be finding a beach so that we can go live again, and we will release these visual lanterns. You light the thing and then they rise up. So we'll be doing that in her honor. We'll also be collecting sand from each of the 4 beaches that we stop at, and we'll be bringing that sand back home to her family as a commemorative token, or whatever you call it. So she loved the beach and she loved to ride. So yeah, Tiffany, we miss you, girl. And yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here, get camp broken down, call my wife back because she's trying to call my phone. I know she's checking on me to make sure I'm good and everything. So I'm gonna call her back right now. But this is my rig, guys. This is my setup. My tank bag goes right there on my tank. I got my luggage that goes right here. It's in the tent. And then my tenting stuff goes here, my tent, my sleeping bag, and my blow-up mattress. And so that's what we look like going down the road. So if you see me, make sure you honk your horn and give me the thumbs up, guys, okay? Yo, it's your boy Retro, and I want to say what's up to everybody, including Lottie Dottie. But until next time, folks, and I tell you what I'll do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check in when I get to the next state. Okay, so I think that's what I'll do. Every time man, thank you, Michael, so much, sir, for that donation. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot, guys. Whatever you feel in your heart to lend to us, and I say lend to us because you're sowing into good ground, and it will come back to you. So thank you very much for lending that cash donation, Michael. Appreciate it very much. And I pray that any and everybody else that decides to do so will be blessed as a result of their generosity. So again, thank you so much. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. Each state I pass through, I'm gonna just hit the live button, guys, and go live and just talk to you about what I feel as I'm passing through that particular state, and we'll just have a good old conversation. I got some stuff on my heart that I will be getting off. I just want to get on the road and start, get my groove. And I'm gonna tell you guys a whole lot more about who I am, The group that I ride with, which is actually a ministry, Kingdom Alignment Motorcycle Ministry, will tell you about that. At some point in this long 10,000 plus mile trip, we'll talk about, how it came to fruition, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. We wouldn't talk about a whole lot because I got a lot of time on my hands on this trip, guys. So signing off from somewhere in Kentucky in the pitch black dark, hanging out with the truckers. Yes, sir. That's a nice rig right there.